What's going on, guys? This is Michael Williams, Cartoon Universe. Shout out. You don't need the jazz. This is going to be really quick. I don't know if you guys have heard. I just got word that Cartoon Network actually removed this video, but they posted a video that essentially had a clip in it, and that clip is borderline series ruining. It's gigantic. This is by far the biggest spoiler we've ever gotten for Steven Universe ever. Just Cartoon Network in general, really. It is huge. It's basically series ruining. If you see the spoiler, you're essentially ruining the series. It doesn't ruin everything, but it gives us a really big arc resolution and gives us basically an idea, if it isn't the end, of where the end will be going, which isn't good, obviously. So it sucks. I came across this on the Discord, and it's just it just sucks. The creators for the last couple of days have been talking about how they don't want the new episode spoiled, and then this comes along and it was an officially released Cartoon Network piece of content. That's the crazy thing. Like, this wasn't some hacker got into the servers or anything like that. Like, this is an official video that was released Cartoon Network. It's now removed, so it was clearly I don't know if it was a flub in the sense they weren't supposed to release it. It seemed like they were supposed to, because it was for a podcast that released today. So the video itself seemed like it was on purpose, but for some reason that edit just kind of slipped past people. I don't know why. Cartoon Network has to be more careful with this stuff. They've, kind of been not very great when it comes to Steven Universe's scheduling and releases and keeping things under wraps. Like, it's been a problem throughout the series, but this one just takes the cake by far. This one is gigantic. Like I said, it's potentially series ruining stuff. For the most part, it's major. We talk about a lot of spoilers here on the channel. This is not one we're going to be discussing, and that's what makes it so difficult. And I think most of the other creators who do Steven Universe stuff also feel the same way. They're not going to be making anything about this spoiler because it's so unbelievably huge, like one that we've never seen. It's a Thanos level spoiler, basically. It's so gigantic and so potentially series ruining that I don't think anyone really wants to talk about it in any sort of grandiose fashion, and that makes it very difficult for us because we have to make videos and theories and discussions, and it's hard to do that without that coming up in conversation because it's extremely relevant, because now we know where everything's going to, and now they basically ruined the next X amount of months, 6, 7, 8 months, year of episodes, because we know where basically everything is going for the most part. So that makes it harder for us also. So that means we're probably going to have less videos released, which means, and Slice of Otaku brought this up on Twitter, we'll probably have less videos released, which means, and not just the Cartoon Universe, I mean all the creators, small, big and small, are going to have probably less videos released, and that means the community is going to start not engaging as much, and it just all trickles down back to people watching the show, people buying the merch. It loses interest. So it's just bad, and I especially feel bad for the Crew Universe, because, like I said, I know we talked about spoilers in the past, but this is not okay. Like, this is not one of those vague spoilers that offers a lot of speculation. Like, this is a huge, the biggest. This is probably the spoiler, like, more or less. This is like the spoiler. It almost seems like a series finale. I don't think it is, but it almost seems like it. Not going to talk about it, so you're safe here on this channel, but we need to figure out what we're going to do from our end, and hopefully Cartoon Network can figure out some way to better this, because, again, Slice of Otaku brought up on Twitter that there's a lot of lore-driven and story-driven shows that are getting picked up on Cartoon Network. So hopefully they can work this whole thing, all this, the way they handle these types of shows out, because they cannot be handled the same way a show like Gumball or We Bare Bears is more episodic and comedy driven and doesn't really have a huge overarching story and a huge overarching lore or world building. Like, you can't just release any clip that you want. So the video's been removed, and this is also just sort of just to let you guys know that it's gonna be tough for us as far as what we're gonna talk about, and also all the creators, and just to inform you that this happened because it's really, really, really sucks for the people involved in the show, and also just to give you a warning, because if you're out there and you don't want to be spoiled, be careful. Be careful on Reddit. Be careful on Tumblr, Twitter, whatever, wherever you lurk. There's gonna be spoilers. Be careful. Even on YouTube, people might upload that clip, and that might be in the thumbnail. So just be wary. It's gonna be out there and floating about, and it sucks because now you have to be on guard when it comes to Steven Universe stuff for the next however long, few months, year. There's no telling. This seems like some sort of finale. I don't know if it's a season finale or a series finale. I don't think it's series finale, but you never know. It was that big. That's what I'm getting at. So hopefully I mean, damage is already done. There's nothing they can do at this point, but hopefully this doesn't happen again. The damage is done. I already see clips of it floating around Twitter, and I feel especially bad for the people who clicked on the video, like, oh, this is a nice Rebecca Sugar interview. Let's check it out. I like Steven Universe. I like Rebecca Sugar's work. And they watched that, and it's just Rebecca Sugar talking about stuff. She didn't mention anything in the clip. They just showed that they decided to show that clip specifically while she was talking. And then it's like, whoa, you know, like, because I saw it with the pretense it was some sort of screw up on Cartoon Network's part. So I didn't actually find the video and click on it casually, like, wow, let's go watch this. So I can only imagine those people who got spoiled like that. I don't know how something like that gets past Cartoon Network. I don't know what their system is like. I have no idea, but it's not good. So just be on the lookout. Know that we are not going to be talking about that spoiler at all in any capacity. We're not even going to really hint at much. And that's it. And just, if you did see the spoiler, just try to be mindful. Don't go out there and blabber it to people or type in people's comments and just saying the spoiler. Like, just try to keep it to yourself, at least the details of the spoiler to yourself. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I guess I'll see you next time.